Nosferatu Zodd from Berserk. This is a Patreon request from Seraphim over on Patreon. If you have Patreon requests or a specific request, you've been trying to get my attention on YouTube and I don't see all the comments, so head over to Patreon. Best way to get a request in. You don't have to sign up forever. You could sign up for a month and then cancel it if you want it. If you can afford it, of course. I'm on a landscape page. Use a pencil eraser and hit pause if I go too fast. So we're going to go for the whole body, apart from his feet, because you can't see them. It's like all the smoke and stuff down the bottom. So center point of my page about here. We'll come up over to the left, and we're going to start with his eye, right? So he's got, yeah, like a standard sort of eye shape. So it goes up, down, and then it kind of spikes back this way. He's got like a little bit of a tear duct or something here. Right, and no iris or pupil or anything like that, but we do have like some lines. I'm going to go anime style, by the way. I'm not going to go manga, all that hatching. So I'll just draw it my normal standard way. So then above this, right, so we've got like his eyebrow, right? So his brow sort of area, and it's like, you know, furry. So I would recommend adding like these sort of sketch hairlines like this, and then it kind of just goes back in and just hatches itself around there. And then so he's like bag underneath his eye and like some hair that just goes this way. So his nose then comes down from here, and it's bumpy, sort of wrinkly sort of thing, right? So because he's frowning real heavy, so we got to do it sort of like bumping. And it curves in here. And he's got like a cat's nose, looks like. Cat or dog style nose. And this kind of bumps up that way. So the nose itself, right? So we can bring it around here. Like that. And then his nostril inside. I'm going to line up the middle. So cat-like sort of snout or something, right? So it just comes down this way. And it'll eventually join his mouth area, right? So it just goes this way. Big mouth. So this is all hairy and stuff here. His big mouth starts to go down there. There's all detail in here, but we'll just get the basic shape for his mouth, right? So it's really big, right? Curves around. It's kind of like the letter C, just coming around there. And then it like comes down to his hairy chin. Teeth inside, so big fangs, right? So one here, another one here. We could probably see some of his gum along the top. Then there's like two small ones here. And then a couple that go around the other side of his mouth. So one here. And then this one goes down this way. And another small one. Like so, and then like the other side of his snout is kind of hairy on this side as well. And these teeth, maybe his gum line there, and these teeth can have texture on them. Like that. Other side of his mouth then curves down this way. And then we can see real big teeth then here. again, you can see his gum line, so you can see the bottom of the teeth. That's just what that means. You can just see where the teeth are growing out of his jaw. Excuse me. Where's that big one here? And then in here we can see his tongue. Comes out from the back of his throat, just here. One there. His gum goes that way, and then we can see some of his back teeth here. Like so. Right, so I'll just come up here and finish some of these wrinkles on his face, right? So you just add like these intense sort of wrinkle lines on his nose. And there's some that come like down his cheek as well. And they become kind of furry though around here. Like so, right, so then his jaw, again, hairy, big jaw. Like that, and it joins his ear somewhere. Say here. Cheekbones and stuff. Like texture around his lip as well. You can do as much texture and stuff as you want on drawings like this. Like in the manga, it's completely hatched out, right? So it's shaded just with hatching, but that would take a monstrous amount of time because this manga is like definitely one of the best drawn ones. He's got like some whisker areas there in this. Right. So, right, so at the top of his brow, he's got that broken horn, right? So you got this sort of ellipse shape just here, down this way, and then like hair sort of at the bottom. And you know, you could put some texture on it if you wanted. And then the ear comes out from the head just beside it, so it goes like this way. And it can be hairy as well, you know, it can be sort of a textured line if you want. Right, and then we got the inside of the ear, so it's just another sort of line that goes around the inside. You follow the sort of shape again. That, and then you could put some like hatching inside if you wanted to shadow it up a bit just on the inside. Right, so the big horn that goes this way. So we're just focusing on Zodd. Like Guts is here somewhere, but the request was just for Zodd. So the big horn comes out, looks like from the back of his, and it's crazy big, right? So it goes much bigger than you think. Down and then spikes up, right? It's like a big bullhorn. It goes back down. Up and down behind his head here. Okay. And you want to put some texture on this, just stuff like this, right? Something like that, right? Carving around. Maybe some like lines going that way. Right, now, anatomy, the body, right? So he's an incredibly muscular creature, right? So it's useful to find the center line for his chest sort of first, right? And it's like here, down from the jaw. So it goes sort of this way, right? And his chest muscle comes across here. And everything's sort of hairy, and the chest muscle on the other side goes across this way. And it meets his big shoulder somewhere here. Okay, you got this like letter Y. And then bottom of his chest comes across there. Bottom of the chest on this side goes across there. Now I'm doing it with hatching lines just because it's a hairy situation. Right, so there's just lots of like muscle fibers and stuff, but it's all just drawn in with hatching lines. And then like his abs will go down here, so you can give him like as many, like you can go 6-pack or whatever, 1, say 2, 3, like a smaller one, like belly button in there maybe, and then like ab lines. Coming across like so, and then like the side of his ribs will be here. You can't really see ribs on this side much. You can just see his arms. So up here, right, he has a big, crazy big neck. This would technically be his trapezius muscle, right? So here, and we got like a neck muscle line coming down to your clavicle, the center of your, where your collarbone normally is, right? And then this one will go the other way. And then you can put some like hatching lines just there. Okay. So what do we see now? So he's a big leg here. So that's, where's his knee? So there, right, so then, sorry, I'm just trying to figure it out. There's a lot of smoke clouding everything. So arm, leg, so we'll go here. Okay, big thigh, right? Furry, and then out towards the knee, which goes down this way. Okay, and then this comes down that way. And then like the inside of his crotch, I think, is like here. Right, it's just like a gap there. And then, so this is like his calf muscle then here. And this is his knee. And then his calf goes down, like so. And then the bottom of his thigh. It's like his calf muscle, and then his knee. And then he's got like another thigh muscle or something here. And then the bottom of his leg is here somewhere. Just goes up that way. So I think it should go up into there. Okay. Tricky now. So we can't really see his other leg, right? So that's all we can see of this knee, basically. That's like his heel. There's all smoke and stuff there. So then, biceps, not biceps, deltoid. So like his big shoulder, right? Big shoulder muscle. Is that around here? And so like then here, it's kind of like a love heart sort of shape. And we have what looks like a big bicep going this way, and then his hand is here. So his tricep is like comes out this way. So that's his tricep. Give him some like ribs. Okay, so this is like bicep, and then so this is a big smoke screen, and then I assume this is like his forearm and like elbow, sort of here, and then this just comes around. Like that. And eventually just joins the back of his hand somewhere here. So his hand is in this position, right? And he's just doing this big roar with claws, right? So like he's got a big nail on his thumb here. Might be useful to draw that first. And it's got a texture on it, right? And then his thumb is round and just hairy. Like that. Okay. And then this comes like, keeps going sketchy, hairy lines. Just down around the back of his hand, which has like more sort of hair on it, and then another one. Here, so these become these big round fingers again, right? So he's got like another nail here, right? And then another nail down here. Right, so then we just go around this. Sketchy textures all over. Okay, and then another finger coming around here. Right, and then two more, so big claw again. Okay, and then one more, so like claw here. And then this final sort of round finger. There, and then we can just see the inside of his hand. Like that. So then it appears like his other leg is like here. And it comes off maybe just goes off down this way. It's hard to make out, but I'd say this is his knee on this side, maybe. And it just kind of continues down, disappears into smoke down here, so I can't really see much of what's happening down here. So that's his hand, texture, knee, calf. And then we need to like add maybe a forearm sort of bump or something here, like. Okay. And then should we see his tail? Should we? There is something there. I don't know if it's a foot or a tail. I'm going to guess tail. So let's go. I'm going to guess it's his tail. It's a total guess, but I don't know. I'm guessing that's his tail. Right, so then you can kind of like tidy up some edge lines if you want, but I'll do that all together. Okay, so that's his hand. Complicated that now. Bicep. Sort of back of his hand here, knee. Yeah. Right, so you can't really see his other arm. It's behind guts, right? But I'm going to attempt to draw it in. I know, God help me. So, shoulder here. Like tricep down there. And then, like shoulder, like deltoid there, joining the chest. And then like bicep muscle there. The outside of it here. So then the arm goes this way. Right, so we'll just sketch it out roughly first. So like the forearm's here. Going that way. I think it comes down from behind his knee. So if his arm goes down, this is his tricep, so it goes down, meets an elbow maybe somewhere here. He should have a pretty big forearm. So say if that's his wrist and like the side of his hand. So there. So just guessing now, but there. And then his wrist bone for his hand. So the palm of his hand, say that we should have this sort of W kind of shape normally at the bottom of your hand, right? And then okay, something like that anyway. Might need to be thicker down there. Right. Right, so then another crazy big hand here. So we just do his thumb, sketching lines, always hairy. Got a big spike up here. And then, so like the palm of his hand, so this is like his thumb, so this is the palm of his hand. This is all textured and stuff. So 4 fingers coming down this way. So one of them up the top, spike. Down there and around. Spike in there and around again. So they're all round fingers, right? Yeah, like so. Then like the palm of his hand, I can't make it out. It's so hard to see. So let's go there. Ooh, does that look right? Maybe not. No. So down here. Yeah, more there. So maybe erase those. Sorry. Okay, when you're drawing stuff on the fly, mistakes happen. So we got like a spike here. And then like some more round fingers. The palm of his hand here, and then we got like his little finger then. And the texture as much as you want. So I think that's the best I can do with that hand. How does that look? Not bad. Maybe that finger's a bit weird. But what I'll do now is just sort of thicken up some of the edge lines, some of the main lines, right? It's optional, but I think it helps with drawings like this. Okay. I think that's the best I can do with this. I hope it was helpful, Seraphim. Thanks for the request on Patreon. Anyone else with specific requests like this, head over, sign up, and you can message me directly. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.